Greetings. In this video I will be talking about how to manage your Trailblaze power for those who are planning to pull for Acheron. Currently, we have a painfully long 5 weeks left before she is released. However, this gives us ample time to prepare a decent build for her as soon as possible. This guide is to be most efficient with your Trailblaze power so you don't waste any resources, but as everyone has different needs, some of this may not apply to you. Also, here is an infographic I made to help with Acheron's build in her team comp. Bear in mind we are still in V1 beta. Firstly, I won't mention Echo of War as I always farm them even though I have more than enough. Acheron uses the materials from the Swarm boss. It only takes up 90 Trailblaze power per week, but it's completely optional. Weeks 1 and 2 have the most freedom in the sense that you can use most of your Trailblaze power on whatever you want to improve your account. For week 1, we also currently have a Planar Fisher event giving you double rewards. The best way to save time while spending 0 Trailblaze power is to complete Simulated Universe twice before the end of this week, claim the weekly rewards and then use the Immersifiers after the weekly reset, before the event ends on Thursday. You will be able to use all 4 from this week on the first run, and after claiming rewards, another 4 on the next run. As for which world to farm, here are my suggestions based on characters you would use with Acheron. For the rest of your Trailblazer power, I recommend you spend it on farming the Pioneer set for Acheron as it is her best relic set. Ideally, you want speed boots and a crit rate or crit damage chest. You should use attack boots only if you are going to use her with Sparkle. I highly recommend using self-modeling Resin for her speed boots, but for now save them as you still have time to farm. If you already comfortable with her relics, you can also choose to improve characters you plan to use with Acheron if you can upgrade traces instead of relics, as I'm sure most of you have relics you can steal from other characters. For week 3, you should begin farming for Acheron's trace materials. Maxing a character's traces from level 1 takes 18 days on average, so you should begin farming for traces at this point. If your Pioneer relics are looking really bad, I would recommend aiming to stop at level 9 traces and level 5 for her basic attack. This saves you 50 purple mats, which would take around 5 days. Consider this option as there will probably be events that will have Nihility mats as rewards like Black Swan did. For Simulated Universe, you should use Immersifiers on anything you want this week. Lastly, weeks 4 and 5 should be mainly focused on traces first. Gather enough traces for your goal and then continue farming for Acheron's relics. For SU, Acheron will have a new planar ornament set tailored to her, so I would highly recommend you to save up the free Immersifiers from Simulated Universe in these 2 weeks. This will allow you to use 12 free Immersifiers on the first day Acheron drops. She will most likely use attack main stats for both pieces, therefore I would not use SM Resin for these. Lightning damage is also fine if the substats are good. If you don't find any good pieces, you can go back to the start of the video for her planar alternatives. There is usually a double drops event at the end of each banner, so make sure to utilize this on the last week. If you are going for her light cone, it will take around 2 days to max them, which you should as they increase her base ATK. Lastly, don't forget to farm for her Ascension materials. To reach level 80, you need 390 Trailblaze power, which is almost another 2 days. I hope this guide helps you plan ahead with your resource management. Happy farming and good luck with your Acheron pulls. Don't forget to like and subscribe.